Does this look familiar? Variables everywhere. Name 1, age 1. Name 2, age 2. It works until it doesn't. What happens when you need 100 people? Or when name 3 accidentally gets paired with age 2? If you've ever written code like this, you're not alone. Every developer starts here. In the next 10 minutes, you'll learn the single most important concept in C#, the class. Master this, and everything else in this language starts to make sense. Welcome to the dojo. Let's train. Before we touch any code, think about how houses get built. An architect draws a blueprint. The blueprint says, this house has a kitchen, 3 bedrooms, and a front door. But here's the key. The blueprint is not a house. You can't live in a blueprint. It's a definition, a plan. Now a builder takes that one blueprint and builds an actual house on Oak Street, then another on Elm Street, then a third on Main Street. 3 real houses. Different addresses, different owners, different paint colors, but all built from the same single blueprint. That is exactly what a class is. The class is the blueprint. It defines what something looks like, and the real things you build from it are called objects. One class, many objects. If you like martial arts, think of a kata, a defined form, written down once. Every time a student performs it, that performance is real and unique. The kata is the class. Each performance is an object. Blueprint and house, class and object. Burn that in. It's the foundation of everything. Now let's look at that messy code again, because understanding why it's bad teaches you why classes exist. Problem 1. Nothing connects these variables. Name 1 and age 1 belong to the same person, but the code doesn't know that. Nothing stops you from mixing up Sarah's age with John's name. The relationship exists only in your head. Problem 2. It doesn't scale. 100 people means 200 loose variables. 1,000 people? Forget it. Problem 3. Repetition. Every person has a name and an age, but you're redeclaring that structure by hand every single time. You're the architect redrawing the blueprint for every house. When you see scattered variables that clearly belong together, that's a code smell. And the fix is the class. If you've written code like this, and we all have, tell me in the comments, what were you building? Here's the fix. 5 lines. Let's read it together. Public class person. This says, I'm defining a blueprint and its name is person. Inside the curly braces, the blueprint's contents. Every person has a name. That's text, a string. And every person has an age, a whole number, an int. These are called properties. They're the 3 bedrooms and a kitchen of our blueprint. The word public just means other code is allowed to use this. Don't worry about the get and set for now. We'll dedicate a whole lesson to properties. Today, just read it as, a person has a name and an age. And that's genuinely it. You've defined a class. You've drawn the blueprint. Notice what we have not done. We haven't created a single actual person yet. Just like drawing a blueprint doesn't build a house. Now let's build some houses. The keyword new is the builder. It takes the blueprint and constructs a real object in memory. Person John equals new person. Build me a person, call the variable John, set his name to John and his age to 30. Then a second one for Sarah. 2 objects, same class, completely independent. Change Sarah's age and John is untouched, just like painting one house doesn't repaint the street. And look how we read data back. John.name, Sarah.age. The dot means go inside this object and get me that property. Clean, connected. No more name 2 age 3 roulette. The data that belongs together now lives together. That's the whole relationship. Class defines, new creates, dot accesses. Why does this matter so much? 3 reasons. Organization. Related data stays together. A person is one thing in your code because it's one thing in reality. Reusability. Define the blueprint once. Build unlimited objects. 10 people or 10 million. Same 5 lines of class. And the big one, foundation. Inheritance, interfaces, design patterns, dependency injection. Every advanced concept on this channel, every belt you'll earn, is built on top of the class. This is why it's lesson 1. In enterprise code, real systems, real companies, everything is classes. You've just learned the atom of C#. Trying this in your own code? Let me know how it goes in the comments. 2 mistakes every white belt makes, so you don't have to. Mistake 1. Confusing the class with the object. You can't do this. Person.name equals John on the class itself. The blueprint doesn't have a name. The houses do. You need new first. If you remember one thing, the class is the idea, the object is the thing. Mistake 2. One giant class for everything. Beginners sometimes create a class called data or stuff and shove everything inside. That's just the loose variable mess wearing a disguise. A class should represent one thing, a person, an order, a product. If you can't say what one thing your class represents in a single word or two, split it. Let's bow out with the recap. A class is a blueprint. It defines. An object is the real thing built from it. New creates it, and the dot accesses it. One class, many objects, data that belongs together, living together. That's your first technique. Drill it this week. Define one small class of your own, a book, a car, a recipe, and create 3 objects from it. Next lesson, we add behavior, methods, the things your objects can do. Subscribe so you don't miss it. And tell me in the comments, what topic should the sensei break down next? What are you struggling with? I read every single one. The code from this lesson is on GitHub, link in the description. Train hard. See you in the dojo.